Hi, I'm Amit Sengupta, and this is a video on geography brought to you by Edupedia World. In this video, we will read about natural vegetation. Here is a brief content as to what we will be reading in this video. We will touch upon a brief meaning or definition of what is natural vegetation, and then we will locate the places where you will find natural vegetations in India. And at the end, we will read about different types of forests that are available in India. So, now that you're aware of the topic, let's begin. So the big question is, what is natural vegetation? Well, it refers to the plant community that has been left undisturbed over a long time. So vegetation is always referred to as plant community, remember that. And the meaning of undisturbed is, which has not been explored by human civilization. So sometimes it is the natural boundaries like these mountains and plateaus that protect this vegetation, that if human being starts to encroach these areas, then because of human greed, there will be no trees left and it would lead to deforestation. Therefore, it is better that these are undisturbed. So I hope you understand the meaning of natural vegetation now. So where can we find natural vegetation in India? They are mostly found in the regions of Himalaya, the Western Ghats, the Andaman and Nicobar Islands, the deltaic regions. So deltaic regions are those regions where the rivers come to an end and meets with the sea. And at last, deserts of Rajasthan. So here the vegetation is in the form of cactus and small shrubs. So now that we understand the meaning of natural vegetation and where they are found, let's try to understand different types of forest that exist in India. Number one, tropical evergreen and semi-evergreen forests. So they are found mostly in the regions of Western Ghats, Northeastern region and the Andaman and Nicobar Islands. And also remember, these places are warm and humid. So these places receive heavy rainfall and their annual temperature is more than 20 degrees Celsius. As you know that in India we receive rainfall from southwestern part of the country, and that is where Western Ghats is located. And diagonally opposite to Western Ghats we have northeastern region, that is the places like Assam, Meghalaya and Arunachal Pradesh are located. So here the monsoon reaches right after it reaches Western Ghats, and the second type of monsoon that is there in India is called northeastern monsoon. It is also called as retreating monsoon. It mainly occurs in the winter season. And not to mention Andaman and Nicobar Island, which is in the Bay of Bengal, and when a place is surrounded by water from all sides, rainfall is bound to happen. And since it's in the tropical region, it will receive ample of sunshine, which makes it warm and humid. Now these forests have tall trees, and they're usually covered with shrubs and creepers. Shrubs are nothing but those small plants that holds the soil together. They have very strong roots, and creepers are nothing but those plant leaves that hang from the tree and touches the ground. So you must have seen all those plants in jungle that hang from tree and they keep on growing with time. Those are nothing but creepers. They are green all time of the year. I think it is pretty evident that tropical evergreen forest, the word evergreen means it has to be green throughout the year. And the kind of trees that are available in this forest are rosewood, mahogany, any, ebony, etc. I hope you now understand what is tropical evergreen forest. Now let's move on to the next one, semi-evergreen forest. So they are found in the less rainy parts of these region. So when we say these region, we refer to the tropical evergreen forest. So if you go to the outskirts of the evergreen forest area, there the rainfall would reduce. And those are the part which are called semi-evergreen forest. Now they have the mixture of both evergreen as well as moist deciduous forest. So as I said that these forests are now at the outskirts of evergreen forest. So when you cross the boundary area of evergreen forest, the moist deciduous forest starts. It's like there are two circles. So the right circle represents evergreen forest and the left one moist deciduous forest. Okay. So the semi-evergreen lies somewhere here in the middle. So I hope you get what I mean with this illustration. So the main trees found in this region are white cedar, hollock and kale. So this brings to the end of semi-evergreen forest. Let's go on to another one. Tropical deciduous forest. Now they are the most found forest in India. And it is because not every part of India receives heavy rainfall. Now they are also called monsoon forest. And the reason they are called monsoon because when it rains, these forest blooms and they grow into lush green forest. So this kind of forest is generally found in the region of 70 to 200 centimeter rainfall. So anything at 200 centimeter is a tropical evergreen forest. Now as we move away from tropical rainforest, we will find tropical deciduous forest. So we know that these are called monsoon forest, but what happens in summer? They shed their leaves completely, and then all you can see is just the branches. And when there is no trees, you will only see grassland. So do remember this point. During monsoon, they flourish, they grow into a lush green forest, and in summer, they shed their leaves completely. Now they are divided into two types of forest. They are moist as well as dry deciduous forests. Now let's read about each one of them. So let's look at them both together. Now moist deciduous forests are found that receive rainfall between 100 to 200 centimeter. I mean, just think about it. The term moisture means the amount of water vapor present in the air. There has to be a lot of rainfall because then only the moisture content in the environment will increase. And on the other hand, dry deciduous forests are found in the region that has 70 to 100 centimeter. So here the moisture content is pretty low. That's why they are termed as dry. So what are some places that have 100 to 200 centimeter? So they are northeastern states like Assam, Meghalaya, Arunachal Pradesh. And then we have foothills of Himalaya. Again, these are places like north of Uttar Pradesh, north of West Bengal. And then we have got places like Uttarakhand, Himachal Pradesh. And then after that, eastern slopes of Western Ghats. They are also called interior of Western Ghats because Western Ghats are nothing but a long block of mountain. So when you cross the mountain and come inside towards the interior, there you will find a lot of rainfall. And with more rainfall, moisture will be there. Now dry deciduous forests are found in the places of Uttar Pradesh, Bihar, regions of Peninsula Plateau. So these all places are interior states of India. And here it's quite warm because you don't have water body nearby like Arabian Sea and Bay of Bengal. They are very far away from these regions. Now some of the trees that are found in moist deciduous forest are teak, sal, sisham, hura, mahua, amla, semul, kusum and sandalwood. So always remember all these trees have moisture and they are very good for making furnitures and other household items. Similarly, on the dry deciduous forest, some of the trees that are found here are tendu, palas, amaltas, bale, khair and axlewood. And with this we have covered tropical deciduous forest. Now let's move on to the next one. Tropical thorn forest. So they are found in the areas where the rainfall is less than 50 centimeter, which means it's going to be very warm. And these trees will not have much of leaves. And they mostly consist of grasses and shrubs. So either the trees will not have much of leaves or there will be no trees. You will only find grasses and shrubs. So they are found in the state of Southwest Punjab, Haryana, Rajasthan, Gujarat, Madhya Pradesh and Uttar Pradesh. And notice all of these places receive very less rainfall. And these are also places where agriculture is carried out in a heavy scale. And always remember, for agriculture we have to clear a lot of forest areas. So in this forest, the trees are almost leafless for most part of the year. Now some of the woods that are found here are babul, ber, wild date, palm, khair, neem, khejri, palas, etc. And with this we have come to an end of tropical thorn forest. Let's move on to the next one. So this is about montane forest. Now with the name montane, it is pretty evident that it has to be found in mountainous region. So in the mountainous region you will find the temperature is very low. So these two qualities adds to the growth of vegetation found in this forest. So in India, mountains are found in two places, that is northern mountain forest and southern mountain forest. So in north we have places like Himalayan region, north of Uttar Pradesh, north of West Bengal, and in south we have hills of Kerala, Tamil Nadu and Karnataka. And that brings us to the end of montane forest. And the next type of forest is littoral and swamp forest. So they are basically called as wetland habitat. So the meaning of swampy is muddy. So it will have large quantity of water in it. So 70% of this region, the swamp forest, is under paddy cultivation. So paddy is nothing but rice. So when you don't remove the husk on top of the rice, it is called paddy. And the moment you remove it, it becomes rice. So these type of forests are mainly found in Gujarat, that is near Gulf of Kutch, then in the Gangetic Plains, and then floodplains of Brahmaputra, that is near Assam, Arunachal Pradesh, and then region near Sundarban Delta, that is near West Bengal. Then we have Mahanadi Delta, that is in Odisha, and then Godavari and Krishna Delta, which is found in the region of Andhra Pradesh, Telangana, and a bit of Maharashtra. And we also have swamp forest in wetlands of Andaman and Nicobar Islands. Just notice all of these places are either near river basin or near coastal part of India, and because of that the forest will be continuously in touch with water, and that will make it swampy. So you will find a lot of mangrove trees in this region. In case you didn't know what is mangroves, they look something like this. And that brings us to the end of littoral and swamp forest. And with this, we have come to an end of this video. I hope you now understand the natural vegetation of India. As usual, thank you for watching.